Hey, what's up, guys? So today I have a very spicy list for you guys, and it's essentially Sacred Beasts, Eldlich Dragoons. And you're probably asking me like, yo, Pack, are you crazy? Are you high? Like, what is going on? Well, I figured I show off the combo first, and then I go into the deck profile so you understand the basis for, how this deck works. I think this is like an amazing way to play the Eldlich engine, to play the Eldlich deck. And it's a really cool way to also play through like hand traps and then on a really good board. And it lets you also turbo out Dragoons in a much more safer way and also have it much more resilient. So yeah, I'm really excited to share this list with you guys. And yeah, let me know your thoughts. And as always, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe if you enjoy content like this. Also, huge shout outs to Andres Torres. I got some inspiration from watching his PPG deck profile in which he used Sacred Beast engine to make Curious, and so this combo involves that, but I applied it differently. So it's really powerful. Also, shout out to Yugioh for sending me like essentially a mock of the list, and then I essentially tailored the list and edited the list to what I think is like a much more refined version for you guys, a 40 card version that is very powerful. But without further ado, guys, we're gonna jump right into it. Alright, guys, so here it is. So we're gonna start off with the combo, and you're gonna see here we open up with the opening of the Spirit Gates. So we're gonna go opening, and we're gonna search Dark Beckoning Beast. So what Dark Beckoning Beast does is when it normal summoned, you can search any what do you call it, any card that lists like Raviel, Yugioh, or Hamon in its text, and so that card would be KS Summoning Beast. And Dark Beckoning Beast actually lets you normal summon twice. It lets you normal summon an additional level 1 Fiend with the 0 attack, 0 defense. So you search KS Summoning Beast, then normal summon it, then you're gonna use LN to search the Eldlich, and then you're gonna turn the KS Summoning Beast into a Link Rebo. You're then going to use the opening of the Spirit Gates, which says that if you can discard one card and then special summon one level 1 feed monster with 0 attack, 0 defense from your graveyard. So we're going to discard the Eldlich, summon back the KS Summoning Beast, and then turn it into a Relinquish Anima. The reason why we do this is now we have 3 different attributes, or the same attributes, 3 different types, which now lets us make Curious. We can then use Curious to send the Scarlet Sanguine because we already have the Lord, so we want to get an extra disruption off Sanguine. And then we're going to go mill 3 randomly. Usually, that's even crazier because the Curious means that we can send literally any card we want from the deck to the grave, which is really powerful. And of course, any additional extender, right, such as like Lord, gets us Griffin, so we can just set it right away, which is even crazier. But what I'm going to show today is like a much more refined basic combo. And now at this point in time, what we're going to do is we're going to use the Lord effect to send the LN to the graveyard. And then use LN to, that was a misclick, send her Quero from the deck to the grave. And then opening of the Spirit Gates has another synergy with Eldlich the Golden Lord that not a lot of people know. If you control a level 10 monster, you can actually add any continuous spell from your grave to your hand. Guess what? You can actually add back the LN back to your hand. Then we're going to turn the Curious into a Link Rebo, generate 3 tokens. And then we're going to use Link Rebo's effect in the graveyard. Well, we're allowed to do this because Link Rebo says we can't use the we can't use it for a Link summon, but this is not considered a Link summon. It's actually a monster effect to summon the Link Rebo to tribute the token. We're then going to make Anaconda Verde, and then Verde gets us access to, Dragoons. So right now you see that we have access to Dragoons, we have access to Disruption, and then like we have a bunch of hand traps to like keep playing. And so like this is just like really powerful just by of itself. And it's because the deck doesn't really use its normal summon. Incorporating a normal summon engine such as Spirit Gates is really powerful. The other thing is we do play Magician Souls into the deck, and the I'll explain into like the deck profile, like the synergy that the deck has with itself. So let's jump right into the deck profile, guys. Alright, we're now going to get started with the deck profile, guys. So first, Apprentice Illusion Magician. So this card is actually really neat. It's now a really good extender because it's an extender that helps you get to Anaconda Verde. So it's actually not really a break. And the thing is, you can actually use its effect to search a Dark Magician, so you have a lower chance of like drawing it off souls or anything else. So that's really, really powerful as well. Like, you can actually add the Dark Magician because we do play the Dark Magician. So Prince of Illusion Magician is really nice. The other thing is it also makes Dragoon really, really big, and so it does have that damage step effect as well, which actually can take a lot of people back by surprise. And using you know, like, each card to its fullest potential is like one of like the biggest things that makes really good players, like, you know, amazing players. For hand traps, we're gonna play 3 Ash, 3 Nib, 3 Gamma, and then double Imperm. Then we're going to play the Chaos Beast engine, which is the 1 Summoning Beast. You only need 1 of this. You don't want to, like, really hard draw it. And then we played the Dark Beckoning Beast and the 3 Gates. So we have 5 starters. So the thing with the Beckoning Beast is, like, even if you hard open the Beckoning Beast, you can go Beckoning Beast, search Gates, and then Gates can then search Beast. So, like, either opening, you know, Dark Beckoning or Gates is, like, essentially the same thing. Then we have double Golden Lord. Triple Souls. Souls is, like, amazing for the deck because you have, like, free fodder such as, like, Dead Spirit Gates to, like, keep drawing cards. So this is, like, really nice. These are the hand traps of choice. You play the Dark Magician for the Dragoons. You play the Red Eyes Bee Dragon for, you know, Dragoons as well. Then you play Cursed Outland, of course, you know, consistency card. The Spirit Gates, as I mentioned before. You play Miracleized Fusion because I like this card because it gives you a second chance to make another Dragoons, and that's usually, like, the deck is like a grindy deck. So basically this card ensures your victory in the grind game. And then you play Red Eyes Fusion, which is really, really neat as well. You then play Conquistador, a triple of that. You play triple Scarlet, double Haquero, and then double Imperm. And so, like, this pretty much wraps it in terms of, like, you know, we have around 11 hand traps, which helps us going second, and they're very strong defensive cards. We have the Eldlich engine, and, like, at its bare bone minimum, these, like, accomplishes, you know, a huge grind game into the deck, and they're really, really, like, powerful cards overall. And so this is pretty much a 40 card main deck, super consistent, and the Sacred Beast engine really, really adds, like, a whole new layer of, you know, power to the deck, I would say, or higher ceiling. For the extra, we play double Dragoons because we play Miracleized Fusion and Red Eyes Fusion. We play Access Code Talker because it's really easy to make with the Summoning engine. Like, the Summoning Beast engine plus, like, Souls gets you, you know, Access Code Talker. And you also get Lord, so that's, like, 5,300 plus a Lord in the graveyard off Curious. So that's, like, game, which is really, really nuts. And then you get Nightmare Unicorn because it's really, really easy to make as well with the Summoning engine. Link Cross because it helps you make Anaconda Verde and play through Nibiru. Link Rebo is an amazing card, lets you play through Nib as well. Anaconda Verde play at 2 because you play Miracleized Fusion and Red Eyes Fusion. Anima because so that you can get into the Curious. Link Spider because if you do get Nibiru'd, you can then convert the Nib token to a Link Spider, and then any additional extender such as a Lord or like a Magician, Illusion Magician, or like a Magician Souls gets you access to Verde. So that's just like Dragoon regardless, even through Nibiru. Almirage because if you go normal summon Beckoning and they ash this card, you can still turn this card into a Almirage and then use Beckoning and then use Spirit Gates to discard any card, summon back the Beckoning Beast, and then still make Anaconda Verde. So that's like the reason why you play Almirage. You play Omega because you play the Gamma package. Then you play Nightmare Phoenix, and then this is actually supposed to be a Nightmare Cerberus, but I just entered in a second one by accident. But that's pretty much it, guys, for the extra deck. Definitely go test this deck out for yourself. For the side deck, this is what I'm currently playing. 1 Pankratops because it's amazing. Triple Token Collector because I think this card is just crazy against like a lot of like decks right now. It just does, like, not being able to summon tokens is just so powerful. And of course, like, on your turn, it's a free body to convert to Anaconda Verde, so this card is like the nuts. 3 Droplets because you have like a lot of free cards you can send off, like Spirit Gates, Outland, Scarlet, Conquistador, etc. So like it just makes Droplet even more powerful. Solemn Judgment because going first, you just want to make you essentially want like really hard protection to play around like Lightning Storm, Evenly, etc. Even though you'll most likely have Dragoons, you just want like an extra layer of like comfort going first. Like, for example, like you don't really want the Gamma package going first, so you might like just put in 3 Judgment, and then you can put in a Token Collector, you can put in Droplet. They're like really powerful hand traps going first. So like that's like the logic there. Like you don't want Gamma going first. And then you play 3 Evenly, 2 Lightning Storm just for the back row decks because, you know, you want to respect the back row decks. But that's pretty much it, guys, for like my Dragoon, basically Eldlich deck. I think the really cool thing about opening of the spirit gates is not a lot of people realize it also has that graveyard that on that ignition effect, which if you do control level 10 monsters such as Golden Lord, right, you add back a continuous spell, so you're constantly getting a lot more pluses. And also like Magician Souls in this deck is just super crazy, because when you open up like Souls, Eldland, Spirit Gates, you just literally draw 2 extra cards on top of all the pluses that you're getting. Like you're probably going like +7 or 8 by like end phase, which is like so nuts, because you have Spirit Gates, which gets you Beckoning, which gets you Beat Chaos, and that all turns out into a Curious, so you're getting like literally +3 off that. Eldland gets you a +2 because you search, and then when you send it off Lord, you get another plus, so that's like another plus. And then Spirit Gates adds you back any continuing spell when you summon the Lord, so then that's another plus. And then Magician Souls send these 2 to the grave to draw 2 more cards, that's another plus. So like you're just plussing like crazy. And I think honestly I might cut out the Gamma for Ogre and the 3rd Imperm, because when you want to draw into more like powerful hand traps, and when you draw into Gamma off Souls, it's not as impactful. And so like I might actually cut the Gamma package for Ogre, because Ogre I think is really, really good, especially because it removes the body, and a lot of people misplay using his Soul's first effect, so you can really punish people. So Ogre is a really, really strong hand trap still this format. But anyway guys, if you enjoyed this deck profile, give this a spin. I'll have like the dueling book link to this deck profile in my description box, so check that out. And as always guys, thank you so much for your support, and don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and let me know your favorite part of this deck, or any changes you would make, or any spice you may have. And if you enjoy this list, let me know as well. As always, thank you so much again guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.